Hi, this is Steve from the Movie Dudes, and I'm back with some more visual anti-reviews. This time I'm moving away from superheroes like Superman and going on to Batman. We'll start obviously with Tim Burton's Batman in 1989 because I want to do something bigger for the Adam West series. And I say bigger, I probably mean smaller, I probably mean shorter, I don't know. More fun, more action packed, more zap, whack, pow, kazam, blammo for that. Anyway, this film's actually really interesting because not only is it a great film and obviously stars Michael Keaton as Batman, who, to be honest, is reduced to more of a supporting role in the movie, and Jack Nicholson taking on the role of the Joker is far more intriguing, and I'm not sure, I haven't timed it, but probably gets more screen time. And that pretty much carries throughout the Batman movies, that the villains get more screen time and a bigger billing than Batman. Whereas the Superman movies, as I've been reviewing in depth, are all about Superman. These movies are all about the villains. It could be because that technically throughout the Superman movies the villains haven't been as worthy of getting as much screen time. Obviously that's actually out of order because Lex Luthor is a fantastic criminal mastermind and General Zod is a brilliant nemesis. But in Batman, with the Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin, the Clock King, the Scarecrow, Catwoman, oh no, the Catwoman, yes, gotta have the Poison Ivy. These are all very big characters in themselves and actually almost deserve a movie to themselves. So, back to the Tim Burton Batman. Did you like it? I did. I really like the Tim Burton Batman. A lot of people don't like the Tim Burton Batman, but again, 1989, it's a big superhero movie release. Again, a comic book adaptation. There hadn't been any decent ones other than Superman at that point. The best other comic book adaptation up until 1989 was the Incredible Hulk TV series. The Spider-Man TV movies, TV series that were going on in the late 70s, early 80s, they were in the same league as Adam West. This was big boy comic book films. It was released in the UK as a 15, so it wasn't even aimed at kids at all. Obviously, Tim Burton had just come off of Beetlejuice to get this film. He had done Pee-wee's Big Adventure and kind of proved that yes, he might understand that kids watch Pee-wee and kids read Batman, but he ain't going to make a film for kids because Pee-wee's Big Adventure was scary as hell. That film was creepy. It was weird. It was Tim Burton. So basically, they wrote this movie in 1980 and it's written by actually Tom Mankiewicz. I think I pronounced that right. Basically, he was the co-writer on Superman the movie and he wrote a script about Batman and Robin's origins, with the villains being the Joker and the Penguin. However, this was shelved, but Batman Forever kind of goes back to that Batman and Robin origins. Maybe that was the script that was shelved. We will never know. Maybe the scenes were taken from it. We don't know. We'll find out. Maybe you can download it online. Look it up. I don't know. But all I know is that basically 1980. So you got 9 years of development on this movie, and they eventually land with Tim Burton, and they again, like Tim Burton did with his Superman contract in the late 90s, he takes this script, looks at it, throws it out, and goes again. However, this time he actually got paid to make the film, whereas in Superman he got paid not to make the film. But anyway, this film is great. This one's not as gothic as Batman Returns, but it's still got a gothic element and it's very gritty. Again, it was released as a 15 in the UK, so it was really aimed at adults of this one. This was the... Imagine Richard Donner doing a Lethal Weapon with Superman. This was like Batman Lethal Weapon. It was quite serious. The Joker obviously it brought comic relief because here he's the Joker, and if he didn't, then he wouldn't be the Joker. He'd be the serious person. Why so serious? Exactly. So the story focus is on basically you meet up with Batman at the start. You get the classic line, "Who are you?" "I'm Batman." That sounded more like Christian Bale. I probably didn't even sound like Christian Bale, but that's more like Christian Bale than Mark Keane. Mark Keane's like, "I'm Batman." Christian Bale's like, "I'm Batman." So anyway, stops a couple of hoodlums doing a mugging. You got Vicky Vale, Kim Basinger, basically roving reporter, like Lois Lane, wants to know who Batman is. What he gets up to again is in love, he's kind of in love, infatuated, so to speak, with Bruce Wayne, the alter ego, or in this case, not, because as I said before, Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne, the alter ego is Batman, whereas Superman, Clark Kent, is actually the alter ego, because Superman is actually Kal-El, he's actually Superman. Then again, he only finds out that he's Kal-El after he meets Jor-El, so it's kind of, could be construed that he's not the alter ego, he's a split personality. Again, I looked at that in my Superman reviews. Anyway, general gist of it is Batman throws the Joker into acid stuff. Burn, burn, burn. Oh no, his skin is all white, his hair is all green. And because Batman's got uber bulletproof wrist defences, little spiky things, ping! Bullet through his cheeks. Plastic surgeon, mirror. No, but Mr. Joker, Mr. Joker. Well, he doesn't say Mr. Joker, but basically, backstreet plastic surgeon messes it up. Joker smile. So now chemicals equal pale skin, green hair, bullet, Joker smile. You've got the Joker. He kills Jack Palance, becomes the big shot. Now he wants to take over Gotham, but there's a little problem. Batman. Joker doesn't like Batman stealing his scene, and probably Michael Keaton didn't like Jack Nicholson stealing his scenes in the movie. So the Joker decides to basically put chemicals in. Well, this is an interesting thing actually, because the Joker decides to put chemicals in everyday products that, when used in combination, create the Joker effect. The smiley extra ingredient. But the Joker smile doesn't come from the chemicals that he fell in, so he would have to have done a lot of research into chemicals that cause the death by smile effect, because the weird random smile is because of the nerve damage and muscle trauma to his cheek muscles that are in his cheeks. So anyway, that bit actually doesn't make quite sense. Anyway, so Vicky Vale is after who Batman is, and they meet up, and the Joker falls in love with her as well, becomes infatuated. So she wants Batman, she wants Batman, and she has Bruce Wayne, and the Joker wants her, and it's a big love triangle, and it all ends in a massive parade at the end of it with big balloons and lots of gas and lots of smiles, and Batman climbing up a clock tower after the Joker. It's a really good scene. He finally gets up there, does a bit of kung fu. Well, some guy tries to do kung fu on him. Batman just goes, ugh. Because Michael Keaton, not exactly Jackie Chan, is he? So he then fights off the Joker, and the Joker gets thrown over the side of the clock tower. because a helicopter comes down, the ladder drops, Joker gets on the ladder, Batman shoots his batarang and yanks him down because he attaches the other end to a gargoyle. So we get the classic scene. The superhero is hanging on for dear life from the side of a building. And the bad guy is also hanging on to something else. And the superhero, or the good guy, does something to cause the bad guy to fall. Because, as I've said before, a good guy cannot just shoot him in the head. The good guy cannot just stab him in the face. The good guy cannot just set him on fire with a Felix lighter. Actually, Timothy Dalton did that, and that was a Bond film that people didn't like. But the point is that after the fight scene, Batman does the cliche good guy way out of killing the bad guy. The fall/drop, much like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, but a lot better. In the movie, we get to see an absolutely awesome Batmobile, probably still the best one. The Tumbler from Nolan's Batman is fantastic for being a practical Batmobile, but this is the best Batmobile that is just designed to look cool. By far, Batman Forever's Batmobile is atrocious. It is absolutely awful. Batman and Robin's Batmobile is just as bad, because if it rains, Batman gets wet. No good. So this is the ultimate Batmobile. The Adam West Batmobile was cool, but very dated. But then again, I say that, this Batmobile is pretty dated as well, but it's still absolutely awesome. The fact is that when you go online, you look up movie car kits, there are people out there doing DeLoreans up to look like the Back to the Future car. Hell, there are people doing up 1980s Volkswagen Scirocco's to look like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. And there are lots and lots of people out there that I think they're doing up Trans Ams to look like the Tim Burton Batmobile. So the film is really great. You should definitely check it out. It is definitely the best Batman movie before Begins and Dark Knight and the fact that Nolan took over. And it's still highly enjoyable. And this is the problem with the film. This is why you get, I believe, Tommy Lee Jones' performance in Batman Forever, is the sheer fact that Jack Nicholson eats up the role so much. He chews the scenery and spits it out everywhere with every line that comes out of his mouth, that Tommy Lee Jones probably felt he had no choice but to try to upstage the Joker. And that's why you get this over-the-top, jokery kind of impression from Tommy Lee Jones in Batman Forever. So, behind the scenes of this movie, a lot of people were really, really concerned and actually protested against Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice, being cast as Bruce Wayne. I don't understand why. I thought when I saw the film, he did a fantastic job in this and Batman Returns. He was a really good Bruce Wayne, and he's a really good Batman. Now, when you look at the names that were linked to the role, you start thinking, hell, why were you protesting against Michael Keaton? The answer back would have been, leak these names, and you might turn around and say, whoa, yeah, no, definitely not. First of all, Alec Baldwin. He could look the part of Bruce Wayne, and he could look the part of Batman. But Michael Keaton is a better character actor than Alec Baldwin. Jeff Bridges, no. Jeff Bridges is a good actor. He's a better actor now than he was in 1989. So no. Emilio Estevez. What do I even need to say why no? Just no. And the chance that Batman would have a day off. Matthew Broderick? No way! Was Bruce Wayne like 12 years old? This obviously was the idea. Matthew Broderick was probably put forward when the idea came up that maybe this should be a Batman and Robin origin script. Because obviously Matthew Broderick was like 12 years old in 1989. He's only fucking reached 16 years old now.